Hello, everybody. Today we are going to review the movie Monsters vs. Aliens. Now, I don't know how. I'd never heard of this movie because it's from 2009, and it had a lot of. It is animated, but I mean, and I'm actually kind of surprised because this would have came out when I was in grade. Oh my God, 10. So I guess it would have been. I guess I wasn't really into the whole animated movie thing in high school as much as I was. I guess now I don't really care as much. I just watch whatever, regardless of whether it's animated or not. Just as an adult, I find certain nostalgias in some of the animated movies, even going back and watching Madagascar and so on and so forth, kind of thing. But anyhow, yeah, Monsters vs. Aliens. Don't know how I'd never heard of this movie, especially when some of my favorite actors and actresses are actually the voices of some of the characters in this movie. And this had a huge amount of people in it. Let's just name Seth Rogen, Reese Witherspoon, Paul Rudd, Stephen Colbert was the voice of the president. So it was just a crazy amount of people who voiced in this movie. And there were more. Will Arnett was one of the voices too. I'm trying to think of who else I can think of off the top of my head that they... Monsters versus Aliens. Let's just... Oh, Rainn Wilson was a voice. Yes, there was a lot of people. Oh, he voiced Galaxar, who was the enemy. Yeah. Huh, that's funny. So basically, the story is about this woman named Susan who's getting married to this guy named Derek. And I can't tell you, I think it was Paul Rudd that voiced Derek, wasn't it? Yep. Which is honestly kind of funny, because, I don't know, this was after, I believe, the Anchorman movie came out, so it was kind of funny that they typecast him, even in an animated movie, as a news anchor. I guess maybe there was kind of supposed to be a throwback maybe to even the first Anchorman movie in this a little bit, just because he was finally making his big break as an anchor. So Susan gets hit by a meteorite that was filled with quantonium. Yes, that was the name of it. And so this alien is obviously after this quantonium that he believes has been stolen from him. So he decides to invade Earth to get back this quantonium out of Susan herself, right? Yes. And she also goes by Genormica. Was that how they... I don't remember that how they... That's not the way they pronounced it in the movie, was it? Oh, Ginormica. Right. Jesus. Anyway, yeah. She goes by Ginormica too. Obviously, when she reaches her maximum height there at the wedding at the very beginning of the movie, she obviously scares the rest of the people away, except for her parents and all these, I'm assuming, like, military personnel and CIA maybe, and even the FBI, or maybe some Area 51 guys come in and take her away, because now she's part of this, like, secret society, I guess, of they consider her a monster. So anyway, she meets up with these other three monsters. Bob is one of them. Dr. Cockroach. Oh, Hugh Laurie was the voice of Dr. Cockroach. Interesting. And Will Arnett, who played the missing link. Didn't he have another name? There must have been another name for him. Or was he just known as the missing link? Oh, that's interesting. Anyhow, so she meets the three of them. They team up together to take on this giant, like, robot that the alien has sent down. And they are able to defeat it. And also, I wonder who voiced the giant bug creature. Or whether there even was a voice. with him. Be interesting to know. Anyhow, there's also this giant bug creature, but I can't remember the name of him for the life of me for whatever reason, because it does change once in the film. But anyhow, yeah, he was some sort of like weird, kind of like hybrid creature, I guess. Kind of like between a bug and like, I don't know, what other creature would he look like? It was definitely odd anyway. His what he was supposed to be. I don't know whether it was supposed to be like a squirrel or what. It was really weird. Anyway, so they are able to take down this giant robot, and then obviously she wants to go back home. Susan wants to go back home, so she goes back home to her parents to say hello once they are able to actually get out of captivity where they've been in this quarantine zone because the one, I believe it was a general, yeah, a General Monger tells her that basically she's this X-Files case now that's wrapped up in a conspiracy theory and a whole bunch of other stuff, so she won't be able to have any contact with the outside world or her parents again. But then obviously, because this alien comes to find the Quantonium, they are able to be released, so she is able to go back and visit her parents after they defeat this giant robot. Of course, that's not the end of it. The alien is able to actually end up capturing Susan after she goes back to Derek, and Derek basically says to her that he has an opportunity in life, and he doesn't see how he's going to be able to do it when Susan is now outshining him, which is a very selfish thing to say, because, I mean, you could really tell it was mostly about him, even though, yeah, it literally took a meteorite for Susan to find that out, which kind of sucks, but yeah, he only cared about himself and his opportunities and wasn't really doing anything for her, because I guess the plan he told her was that they were going to be going to Paris, and obviously that wasn't what happened in the end. And then he tries to get this interview with her at the end, and she just basically throws him to the side and says, "No, I'm not giving you an interview. I want you to see you be humiliated on national television instead." So, yeah, at one point, she did get the Quantonium taken out of her body by the alien, whose name was... Why can't I think of his name? Galaxar, right. So, yeah, she does get the Quantonium taken out of her, so she goes back down to normal size, but she is able to knock the ball of Quantonium off of his statue when he's trying to escape the ship after after they're able to put it into self-destruct mode and override his commands. So, yeah, so then she goes back to being giant. She's able to save the three monsters that she met along the way. And then they do end up saving the day by blowing up the ship. It was funny at the end, too, because the countdown's going and they only have like 30 seconds. And then the bug-like creature who is now transformed into a butterfly comes and catches them and saves them with the general. And the countdown goes to 3, 2, 1, and then it stops. And the voice goes, "Huh, nothing happened." Maybe my count was, and then the ship just blows up. And the alien, Galaxar, who was on the ship, wasn't able to make it off. And he wasn't even able to finalize his invasion due to the fact that the ship was in self-destruct mode. So, I mean, the Earth was saved, and then there was talk of this other creature at the end, or enemy at the end, in Paris. And obviously, Susan's goal in the beginning of the movie was to go over to Paris. So now she can, with her new friends and new team and so on and so forth. So, I don't know. I don't think there was ever a second movie to this, was there? That would be funny if there was and I just didn't know about it. But I don't think... Oh my god, there was. No, wait. That doesn't make any sense. No, I guess not. Monsters vs. Aliens. That may be a game, maybe? Oh no, just a short. Okay, 26 minutes. There was a TV series, though. But I don't know if Reese Witherspoon was in it or not. No, she wasn't. Huh. So I guess there was no second movie to this. Interesting. Kind of funny that they wouldn't have had one, hey? Seeing as maybe this movie just didn't do well enough. Kind of seems odd. I guess it was just a one-off. That's kind of weird. It would be interesting to see a sequel, just to kind of like what The Incredibles did, where they came back so many years, but I don't know. Maybe this just wasn't meant to be. Yeah, but I would say I would give this movie, honestly, a 10 out of 10, just because I'd never seen it before. It wasn't a good animated movie. And it was one of those movies that just kind of like stands the test of time as far as animation goes. I mean, I suppose maybe because it wasn't live action animated, it was actually just animated, so it's easier to just kind of like go back in and touch stuff up over the years, and I guess kind of restore bits of the film. Maybe it's easier to do it with animated films, I suppose, as live action, or compared to live action. Sorry. But anyhow, yeah, I'm gonna give this film a 10 out of 10 because I really did enjoy it and had a lot of laughs. Obviously, there was plenty of action in this movie for an animated movie, and I wouldn't really say, I don't know what the rating on it was. It might have just been PG. I can't quite remember, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, anybody can watch this. Kids, it's a good movie to watch as a family too if you have kids. So I would highly recommend going to watch this. And as always, like, share, subscribe, and comment down below what your thoughts on this film if you've seen it. I'm sure lots of people have seen it because it's over a decade old now. 2009, we're in 2021, so yeah, 12 years old that movie is, and I can't believe I've never seen it before. Still kind of blows my mind, because anyway, but I guess I was in a different different genre of movies when I was in high school. I was more like action. I was really into action movies back then for some reason. Now I've kind of changed into I do like my action movies, but yeah, I've definitely broadened my horizons as far as movies go. I can say that, which is why I continue to do this channel, because I really enjoy film. I'm passionate about it. So, and who knows? Maybe even one day I'll be directing myself. But for now, we're just doing this. But dream big, right? So anyhow, yeah, I think I've covered everything now. I believe I have now. I've kind of rambled. I've forgotten where I was before this. But anyhow, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now.